Call or text us anytime, 800-400-3697. Specifically for this segment, our email address is badadvice973@gmail.com. Thank you to everybody who sent in problems. I want to apologize to this lady who I'm going to do hers first because she just finished the thing that she had to do.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I read it Monday for the first time. But I thought there's some interesting things to ponder in here.
Okay.
And so if you're listening, person whose email I'm about to do, because you might actually still be up at this point, you can call us, 800-400-3697. We'll take a phone call. So I'll just start with that one. This is bad advice from M.
Hi, M.
She signed it Sleepless in San Francisco Bay.
Oh.
Tonight, as I was walking my dog and listening to the podcast from this morning, we were talking about sleep. I realized I have something I need help with. She says, so if you need a short one for tomorrow, she must have sent this last Thursday. I realize the grad cruise I'm talking about it was last night. It started at 10 p.m. last night and went until this morning at 4 a.m.
This is a graduation cruise.
Yes.
Okay.
She says, Dear Bad Advice, I volunteered myself and husband for the senior night sober party grad cruise. So last night was the senior night. They all go out on a cruise on the bay.
And the husband suddenly finds himself voluntold too?
I volunteered myself and my husband for the senior night sober party grad cruise.
I hate that voluntold thing. I really don't like that. But all right, let me put that aside.
But listen to this. I have a junior and a freshman at a local Bay Area high school. She didn't even have a senior. Her kid's not even on this cruise.
What the hell?
I've been a little absent in volunteering. I do it here and there, but I pushed the button and committed before I realized what I was getting into. 10 p.m. Thursday night until 4 a.m. this morning, chaperoning the seniors from the class of 26 on a boat cruise around the San Francisco Bay. Seriously, I haven't stayed up that late being sober since my sober grad night 30 years ago. I picture myself sleeping in the bathroom stalls or on the couches while the teens are meandering around me, sipping off their Camelback and chewing on gummies. What did I sign up for? And knowing that ultimately I do have to do this because I already made the commitment and I do have to be sober, my question is actually, what are each of your advices about my sleep schedule before and after signed Sleepless in San Francisco Bay? P.S. I'm pretty sure my husband's eyes crossed unintentionally when I told him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So...
Oh, boy.
This is...
I mean, it's not grounds for divorce,
no.
But you voluntold him. So
we're doing this thing.
Had he been sitting there going, I've worked all week, I'm looking forward to a night of this or a day of that, instead he's going to go do this with you.
He may even have to go to work today. Like, I don't know, maybe they have to go to work later today. But they've been, she volunteered them. So... First off, I understand the pressure of volunteering at school. Because of my weird hours, I never got to go on any of the field trips. I never, I used to volunteer for some of the lunches early on, but then I was like, this sucks and I'm not doing it anymore. So John, though, has been, some people are volunteers. They want to do it. They want to be involved. They want to know like John knows all the kids from both my kids. Like we'll run into a waiter or waitress at a place nearby and he's like, oh, and starts a whole conversation with this kid that he tutored in math or that he went on some adventure with. He went on these overnight camp things that they were doing and all this stuff. So there are people who are volunteers and there are people who don't want to. And then there's the people who go, I have an obligation to do something, but like I'm just confused as to why you pressed yes on something that didn't even involve either of your kids. You got a junior and a freshman. You don't even have a senior, and you volunteered someone else in your life as well. Like that's
his eyes crossed. So clearly,
I just think you got to look. You still have a couple years left of high school here with your other kids. The whole point of volunteering is you don't have to do it. Like, I get it. There's pressure. I felt the pressure. I went, especially with John being so good about it. I was just like, I should probably do this. So I did like some head lice things. You know, they do the lice checks and all the moms check for lice and did a few lunches. And I'm like, I don't like it. It's not for me.
All right.
So I stopped. And I never beat myself up. Well, I guess I somewhat beat myself up for it, but I didn't care enough to actually go volunteer.
Well, where you are both correct is that there is pressure to volunteer. And there are now.
Your wife does a ton of stuff.
She does. And she feels that pressure hard. And there are everyone's got your email now at school. So they're sending that stuff into your home and browbeating you. We need drivers. We need people. So I get all of that. I'm not sure still what she's asking for, though. She said something about her sleep schedule.
Yeah,
What's the question?
I mean, the problem is it's too late because this happened last night. But I loved this one, and I was sorry that I missed the deadline. Sleepless in San Francisco Bay. She wanted to know, what are your advices about my sleep schedule before and after? Because she's like, there's no way. First of all, she has to be sober the whole time. And she says she hasn't stayed up that late since her own, without being drunk.
Right.
Or at least drinking since she was a kid. I don't think there's anything, you can't just adjust your schedule.
Well, here's what's
for one night.
This is funny. Like, my family just recently flew to Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And going into it, the 7-year-old goes, I'm going to pull an all-nighter and sleep on the plane. And I go, like hell you are. You are not doing that. That is not sanctioned here.
Right.
We are not, because what will really happen is you'll stay up all night, but then you won't sleep on the plane, and we'll have someone who is exhausted on the plane, losing her you-know-what
right out of your
over
mouth.
a cookie or whatever thing that she can't have.
Right.
So that's not the way.
Right. And you can't trick yourself into suddenly having your sleep schedule be, the opposite of what it is.
Take a power nap.
If you can.
Hammer a Red Bull or a coffee or whatever your diet, allows.
Yep.
And then
go to bed early tonight.
And survive it.
Yep.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
You just survive it. You get to the end of it, and you're that exhausted feeling where you're like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any more stuff with people. Those kids drove me crazy. In the end, I've had a kick me sign taped to my back all night.
People keep kicking me. I just realized when I looked in the mirror. I think that it sounds like a nightmare. Listen to this thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's the responsibility of those seniors' parents. Like, not you. I think you did a good thing.
She felt guilty.
She did.
She
But you were guilted into it.
Felt guilty. Bob, I'm curious to hear you as you smile over there with some thought in your head, I'm sure.
I think we all have roles that we play. And if you're not a volunteer for school kind of person, then you don't need to be. That would be my advice moving forward.
Yeah, because she still has 3. She's got a freshman and a junior now. So she's got, I guess the junior will graduate next year and she'll still have a couple more years with the freshman. Like, you don't have to. Do what you can. Do what seems interesting and what you want to do. Those other ladies will do it.
And don't sign your husband up for
know.
stuff.
Oh, my God.
That's so rude. That's so rude.
I want you
to
to keep this in mind when you have kids someday and you're busy signing Susan up for stuff.
Well,
see,
that's different.
Is it?
Would you at least ask him first? Like,
100%.
honestly, this is something that you should run by somebody else. She pressed the button and then she was committed and her husband was committed.
I really hope I can be one of those volunteer moms who shows up and does that stuff and picks up the slack for moms who don't have time to do it, who have to work extra or have weird hours.
Christina
we have to help each other out.
Works full time, and there are times where I'm like, can you duck out? No, I'm in meetings around it, but for the kids, she will absolutely block out the schedule and go do the thing. And I give her credit. That's super cool. Like, I'm not doing that. I can't.
Well, I feel like there are people who know how to prioritize, and it is a skill. And she, to the expense of everything that she's got going on, she's like, no, I want to have these experiences with my kids. Mm-hmm. And there are people who love that and they live for it and they do it and they love it. And I don't think you should feel bad if you're not one of those people. Not that you wouldn't prioritize your kids, but that, like, I don't know, your time is valuable and maybe you just don't enjoy it. I mean, kids. Ugh.
No, kids are cool, but I do think that it's to do that with not your kids seems strange. to do that with not your kids and not invite.
And now your
and
simmeringly
voluntold your husband.
angry husband is watching you as you pace around the deck of this boat, considering pitching you off of it.
He's probably the one that put the kick me sign on your back, but that's for another day.
Yeah.
As a 31-year-old, who, all my plans are just for fun. I can cancel whenever I want and not show up for stuff. And I always tell people, if you don't want to come, don't come. I don't want you here if you're grumpy.
Oh.
How big of a deal is it as a parent to flake on things? Like if her husband was like, I'm not doing that, can he cancel? Or is that a big no-no in the parent world?
I think that once you sign up for something at the school, you're just a jerk if you did sign up for it. Now they're counting on you.
Yeah.
You can't get into people's relationships either, but that is actually an argument between a husband and wife more than the school. Like, you signed me up for what?
Right.
I don't.
No, unsign me up.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Can't do it.
That's on that would be on her. And she wouldn't be able to get out of it at all because he now, instead of having two people help.
What if she's all like,
oh,
I
boy.
can't go. Have fun without me.
Oh, a texter says our school asks non-senior parents to chaperone this event so that the graduates don't feel like their parents are looking over their shoulder all night. That's cool.
I guess that must be what
that makes
sense.
I wouldn't have seen that.
Yeah. Thank you for texting that in.
Because we're in the dark to that.
Yeah.
Completely. Okay, well.
I thought, because, as I read this, I'm like, oh, it already passed. I'm like, yeah, but the real problem here is that she's volunteered her husband. And why is she volunteering? But now I see that.
Other people are saying this too, and they're pointing out that when your kids do go to this event, then you get the whole night off without them, and you can do something special.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
Did you go to this?
We had a version of it, not on a boat. That's crazy to take 500 or 200 kids on a boat.
Right. Or however many kids are in that class.
But
right.
we did have something called post-prom, and the parents were super into it. All the businesses in the area would donate to it, and they would completely redecorate our school to be this amazing party, and we stayed up all night. So it was to keep kids from going to parties and drinking after prom.
Oh.
And all the walls were covered in murals on, art paper.
Yeah.
And one of the gyms was just completely full of inflatables, inflatable boxing, inflatable obstacle courses.
So you wandered around the school and had different various adventures.
The cafeteria had every food you could imagine from every amazing restaurant in the town. There was even a casino room.
What town did you grow up in?
It doesn't really have a name, like King of Prussia, near there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's,
Philly.
Yeah. Outside of Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Wayne. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was scared of the King of Prussia Mall. It's gigantic.
It's like twice as big now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scared of them all.
Because I could never find my way. You know how, usually a mall is, well, a strip mall, obviously, is the simplest of the malls. But they will have, a leg down here and a leg down there. But generally speaking, there's, a main corridor. And that King of Prussia Mall, it's like a city unto itself. It's crazy. I would find a cool store. I'd be like, oh, I got to remember how to get to this. And one time I could never find the store I liked again.
We have a great mall in San Jose called Valley Fair. And it is also, I get lost.
It's like that.
I cannot find the food court. Then I find that and couldn't in a million years get back to the store I wanted to.
Right.
Without hitting the map hard.
Yeah.
Multiple times along the way.
You are here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we better do the other letter.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're
All right,
running
we're
out of
actually
time.
spending a lot of time on this. All right, here's the next one.
And this was the quickie.
That was the quickie.
Oh, boy.
Hello, my most favorite radio people. Trying to keep it short and sweet. Now, this one is wedding themed, and obviously I'm looking for those for Bobby. My cousin got married a year ago, and I've not received a thank you. He's not the type to not send a thank you note. Their wedding website had options to give money toward their honeymoon, which is what I opted to do. I may have screwed up, however, for a few slight possible reasons. Obviously, I've been overthinking this for the last year. First, I sent my gift via Venmo the night before their wedding. It went to the bride's Venmo. So obviously, they were extremely distracted during this exact time. Second, the wedding website wanted me to go to Venmo to send the money and then go back to the gift registry to leave some sort of message or record that I'd made this gift. I tried to do this second part, but something wasn't working. It didn't connect, and I just left it as it was. I figured the bride would have to accept the money sent to her via Venmo and would recognize that as the wedding gift. So now it's been a full year, and no thank you. What makes me a little more butt sore is that this was a destination wedding for every single attendee. So on top of my gift, I had the awesome extra expenses of flying across the country, no direct flights too, and renting a car for an hour to drive to the location. On top of all the usual dress, hotel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What do? It's not about the recognition. I don't have a ton of money, so it's not like I gave them some amazing amount. But it's about the fact that now I'm worried that they think I didn't give them any wedding gift.
Oh.
I would never want them to think I just decided I didn't have to give them a gift. I know the bride accepted the Venmo money. Please help. I know this isn't a big serious issue, but I've been thinking about this since 3 months past their wedding. It's been driving me crazy, and we just hit the 1 year mark. Thank you all. You're my lifeline. 20 plus year. He uses the adorable whole nickname for his residence in Massachusetts. Love you long time. So I think this one's really simple. Call your cousin. Just call and be like, hey, this has just been bugging me. And, I sent you some money and I didn't have any way to confirm that you knew that I'd gotten it, that I'd sent it. And I couldn't figure out how to work your website. Just ask. Like, is it so uncomfortable? Like if somebody called you up and said, hey, a year later, I didn't hear from you.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, especially if you go into it with that tone of, I just want to make sure you got the gift.
Yes.
Not like you didn't send me
Acknowledge
a thank you.
the gift. Right.
Which is also fair because you did give them something. And I know that for a certain generation, there's an expectation of a thank you.
Yes. Now, actually, you bring up a good point because a thank you is 100% expected. I'm not like watching my mailbox or anything, but when I send a gift to someone off their wedding registry or off their, and you do have apparently a year. This is what my mom says. I go, all etiquette questions go through Ellie. You have a year after your wedding to have gone through everything and write out all your notes. So he is at the year mark. And so I just don't see a problem with.
I think that.
But you seem more lax about it.
Well, in terms of this person, the Venmo, she does not have to accept it. It goes straight into her Venmo account, however she has that set up. So if she got a lot of Venmos, if a lot of people gave them gifts this way, she could have missed it. And if you didn't finish, which I totally understand, the part on the website, maybe she had it automated to send thank you notes through the website. And if you never completed it there, then that would explain why you didn't get a thank you note.
So they might think,
but in terms of
everyone,
right, exactly. And in terms of them actually getting the money, they got the money, and you can go on your Venmo account and you can go to her page and see that you Venmo'd her. And if you want to DM me, I can help you find that just to make sure that you sent it correctly. So that
DM you on Bob on the Waves.
Bob on the Waves. Yeah. Happy to help you with that. I am the worst. I am a disaster with gifts. I am a disaster with thank you notes. My mom would get on me as a kid when my aunts and uncles would send, the birthday card with the check. I never called them. Eventually, they just stopped coming, rightfully so, because I was so rude. And
I put a pen and a thank you note in front of my kids. I can't even tell you how many times in my life I've done that. And they sit, and then I make sure it gets mailed.
To me, it just feels like, and again, this is a generational thing, and I'm being a brat about it. It just feels like a check mark. It doesn't feel genuine. I'd rather when I see you, thank you, which I always do, of course. But the actual note just never. I just suck at doing little tasks like that. I went to a wedding in September. 9 months ago?
Yeah.
And I have a card and the money with the card. And I have not given it, sent it. I've seen the person multiple times, but I just haven't.
Wait, you never?
I never gave the gift. And now my wedding's coming up, and I'm like, do we just call it a wash? And I even texted her. I was like, by the way, if this was 3 months after the wedding, I texted her and I said, by the way, if you notice that I haven't given you a gift, I have a card for you. I swear I'm not being rude and not giving you a gift. She's like, I didn't even notice. We used the website. We made sure we got all of our thank you notes done right away. She's type A. So jealous. But
so efficient, those people.
Dang. They're so lucky.
Yeah. So you're saying you'll just call her and be like, listen, don't get us anything. And I'll never give you this. And then it's a wash.
Maybe.
Were you in her party?
No, but I went to her bachelorette party.
Oh.
So
yeah.
It's not a reflection of that they're not thankful.
Right. They may just not know that you sent anything and it never even occurred to them. And like you said, they maybe thought we took care of all of our
But
thank
a
you
little
notes.
call or a text, I think the way you set it up is perfect to ease your mind.
My response to this is allow me to release you from the feeling that you need to do anything. You've done your part, and that stuff should have found them.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I've noticed as the generations have kind of piled up on us here, we've got the boomers, or the silent generation, all the way through to whatever we're at now.
Beta,
right.
Lost along the way are certain traditions. And I'll give you an example. I was someone that was brought up with a mom who you thank people and you write letters. And just like you know, but I didn't mean any disrespect. I never did it. Never. My aunt still sends me birthday cards. She's only like 6 years older than me. So, she stopped sending me money, which is smart. But it's one of those things. Certain people keep those traditions up. I never have. It's no disrespect meant. I got married. One of the things that gets lost in the marriage is if one person doesn't say, I got this, or you do this, that can get lost in the busyness and the craziness of the times. I don't know if we wrote thank you letters to the people who gave us. That does not mean I don't appreciate it, but I don't know.
I want to say I feel like I got a handwritten note from Christina.
You might have, and that would make sense because she's certainly someone that tries to keep up the. But I
feel, but that was, it was like 6 years ago.
It's a long time ago, and there was, I don't know what to say other than you are tripping, bro. Like, just drop it entirely. You don't need. You went to the wedding, and you said it's a destination wedding. So I think
you shelled out for that.
It sounds like you're grinding on the thank you card, and I don't think they mean any disrespect. If you haven't gotten that, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. You're released from any responsibility.
I think that, he says he's butt sore because he didn't get the money.
I know, but he needs
the thing.
I know, but he needs to just be over
to let it go.
People aren't trying to be rude. When my mom and dad got married, they were 19 and going to move across the country to take up a new life in California. Yeah. He was in the Marines. They were shipping him off, and they got stuff because they needed stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like they were setting up a household.
They needed dishes.
Yep.
They needed that's how that was. It's not like that anymore.
No, it's not. Things have changed. And one of the major changes is we almost literally don't write letters anymore. Like the people who write the letters are dying. Mm-hmm. Like it's their generation's time. Like I can't even remember the last time I wrote a long form letter to someone.
I can't. This is about my own wedding and my own life. I couldn't even tell you if the thank you notes I thought about it a few times and then realized I don't even know where the list of stuff that came in was.
Right.
So I hope she did it, but if she did, and we haven't even talked about it, I'll ask her.
Yeah.
Did we send thank you notes I will ask right now.
Yeah. Just say it came up on the show. I feel like that is something that I'm still kind of clinging to it. Like I am not the type A person, I guess, that I used to be, because I used to make always a Christmas card. Birthday cards would get sent out. Thank you notes for everything. And I just have let a lot of that fall off me. I'm like,
Well, you're taking on a lot in those scenarios.
You are taking on a lot.
You just said it about the volunteering at the school. You're like, I don't like this. And so you don't.
Right.
And that's okay.
Sometimes you feel like, okay, this was above and beyond. I'm writing a thank you note, but now I just make sure that they know, I honestly, the first time I did it, I was like, oh God, I'm a terrible person. I would like text a thank you. Hey, I got your thing. Thank you so much for thinking. And then for a while I would like take a photo of the thing or whatever, me enjoying the thing and send that off with a text. But I'm like, I can't even write a full check out without my handwriting going all crummy on me anymore. And I think I'm saying I might be the last vestiges of the people who are holding on to that.
Think about as Bob is about to get married this year, and then she'll have her own children, and those children will not be taught to send thank you letters.
Well, we got a lot of texts about this.
Oh, all right. Let's hear it.
707 says, what do you mean it's expected for a generation? I mean, it's just the right thing to do. I'm Gen X, and for sure it was drilled into our heads. But you think it's okay to not send a thank you? I think everybody should do this. Not doing it is clearly rude. And again, it's not about,
I know.
And I'm glad you brought up the texting, because for me, it's not about not saying thank you. When I see a person, I would of course thank them,
right.
But the process of getting the note and sending the note is not as easy for me and not as typical, I think, for my generation.
Well, what I was trying to get at, and no, I don't think if you can send thank you notes, you should.
Can I send a text thank you, or is that rude?
That's probably considered rude among the people.
Well, among the older people, your friends will be like, oh, you're welcome. We're so psyched to, blah, blah, blah. Like, it won't matter. I think we're clinging to it, and I see the value in it. But the art of the handwritten note is, if it's even an art, the act of having a handwritten note is just disappearing from our world. It just is. There will be some people who are sticklers for it, and their mom raised them right, and they gotta. But most part, I can't picture my kids doing this on their own.
Right. 510 says, Bob, I appreciate your honesty, but dang, you're a piece of work.
You are a piece of work. There's no doubt.
You know what? Is that a bad thing? Being a piece of work?
Yeah, is it a bad thing to be a bad person? We got a lot of comments about this. A lot of people are saying she should just ask. A lot of people are saying you did the job. You did what you were supposed to do. Let it go.
One of the things I was thinking, too, is there's kind of multi-layered, but I would say you don't give gifts for the thank you. You give gifts because that's the right thing to do. And if the thank you is the reason you're giving a gift, then you should just not give the gift. Because that is the same as loaning money and expecting it returned to you. People find out that relationship's ruined now because that person keeps walking by without giving you your $20.
I do think, though, that this person is concerned that the people he gave the gift to don't know that he gave them the gift because he screwed up on the thing.
I don't think that's what he's after. I think he wants his goddamn thank you.
He does want a thank you note, but he's worried that they don't even know that he sent the gift.
650 said, I personally hate getting thank you cards. I think it's a waste of paper. Gen X here from 415, even a text thank you is okay to me. Please just acknowledge it.
An acknowledgement. All right, well.
This is obviously a hot topic.
Obviously.
And it's coming up for you.
I know.
I can see, look, this is one thing I would say. If Christina had come to me and said, listen, I'm going to crack a bottle of wine. You can have whatever soda you're going to drink. I'm putting the stationery down in front of us.
The list of what we got.
We're going to write I would have done that. Mm-hmm. That never happened. And it's the craziness of we've already got kids. We already work full time. I don't remember it at all.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
I will definitely send thank you notes for my wedding because it's a traditional thing. So I'll follow the tradition.
I'm going to guess. Yeah, I'll guess.
You want to make bets on this, whether or not she sends
She's not going to do it. I will guess the missus did, though. I'll bet you she just went, I'm going to get this done. I don't have time to wrangle him and get him in the mood for this. I'll just do it. Which I would have done it.
I feel like I did. I can't really remember, Vin, but I do feel like I don't have lingering feelings of, I can't even remember what I got you. I'm sure something off whatever your registry was.
I didn't. Yeah. But that goes back to we're already grown-ups with stuff. So we weren't sitting there going, oh, my God, no one picked the dishes out? We didn't get dishes? What are we supposed to eat on? We have dishes.
Yeah.
What? Wake up. Thank you. With Sarah and Vinnie.
Ding, 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 ding.